Oh man, goddamn. What is going on in Hotlanta, man? Tisha Brody, an Instagram model from Guyana, was on her way home in an Uber last night when a black car pulled up and shots were fired by multiple shooters, fatally injuring Tisha Brody and ending her life.
Learning more about an Uber passenger shot and killed in Buckhead, and police are telling 11 Alive that they believe that woman was actually targeted and her killer is still on the loose. 11 Alive Bobeth Yates is live close to where it took place on Lindbergh. So Bobeth, what's the latest?
Well, Ron, we've found out the shots were fired at this intersection behind me. In fact, that second lane right there. And as police investigate, they're asking anyone with information to come forward.
It was rapid fire. It looks like she went down to the floor for cover.
Jahari Humbles described the shooting scene at the intersection of Lindbergh and Adina Drive.
You could see that, something pretty bad had happened, and there was one person that didn't survive.
According to Atlanta Police Department, officers arrived on scene to find a person shot in a black Escalade being used as an Uber. We're told the passenger who was in the back of that vehicle was struck multiple times after a car drove up next to it and began firing into the vehicle.
This appears to be a targeted incident. As you can see the number of shell casings. There were multiple shooters. But again, we just don't have a whole lot to give out right now.
Police have not released the victim's name, but neighbors identify her as Tisha Brody and said she moved from Guyana with her brother.
It turns out she only lives in the next block, so she was less than a block away from home. I think they just caught her at the red light. It looks like that she was ambushed.
Police also tell me the driver of the Uber was not injured. And again, they're asking anyone with information to come forward. The number to Crime Stoppers is 404-577-TIPS. Live in Buckhead, Bobeth Yates, 11 Alive News.
And Bobeth, hopefully someone will come forward. Thanks a lot for the update. By the way, folks, we're going to stay on top of this story, bring you any new details on air and on live at 11alive.com.
As you just heard, this was a targeted hit. Yes, Tisha Brody was targeted by multiple shooters hopping out of a vehicle. Listen, Tisha was in the Uber at the time of this attack, and the Uber driver was not struck by no bullets. These shooters knew what they were doing. This was intentional. They literally got out the car and only shot at her. She was ducking down behind the windows, and they still remained shooting at her. So this was not something that was just like an accident. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know any details indefinitely, man, but what I will say, something personal had to happen. Like, this didn't happen out of nowhere. Rest in peace to this young lady, and I want to say condolences to her family, man. Condolences to the family, sending healing energy, but this was definitely a targeted hit, and something personal had to take place to make this go down. We don't know if this was a wrong identification. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could have thought that she was somebody else, and they was targeting somebody else for other reasons. I mean, the only time that somebody runs down on a vehicle like this and tries to commit, like, you know what I mean, is when either like somebody robbed from you, set you up for death, like stole from you, like in a serious way, like stole crazy items from you, like, you know what I mean? Like set you up to be assaulted. Listen, crazy stuff, man. I don't want to speculate, bro. I don't want to speculate because those speculations are not for this situation. I'm just saying the only time when somebody run downs with multiple shooters to make sure that they assassinate you and get the job done in the back of an Uber, like you weren't even driving your whip. That means you was being tracked. You know what I'm saying? Like something personal had to be done in revenge. You know what I'm saying? Somebody felt like they had to go out and get revenge. This is disgusting, man. Obviously, man, this was a young lady from Guyana. She made it all the way to Atlanta doing her thing from Guyana. She was an IG model. I don't know too much about her other life besides she was doing very well on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? But listen, man, this is nasty, man. Be safe out there. Stay dangerous. It's your guy, Gemini by law, man. Tap in, subscribe, like the video. Drop something in the comments, man. Let me know what you think about this story, man. And don't be a reoccurring viewer and you ain't subscribed to the channel yet, man. That's goofy activity. Jimmy Gang, I'm gone.